Now we're knee-deep in 90s bands. Gin Blossoms, Spin Doctors, Counting Crows. Round here, Black Crows, Soul Asylum, Bare Naked Ladies, Blues Traveler, Blind Melon, Third Eye Blind.
Better Crows band.
I'm going to go... The critics would love the Black Crows more.
She Talks to Angels was a really good song.
Yes, it is.
Hard to Handle is a good song, too.
Yeah, Black Crows, there was always drama, but I think that's a true rock and roll band.
Don't you think if you're in a band with two brothers always fighting and you're not a brother, you're just like, would you guys just shut up?
Well, Oasis.
Yeah. I know, but don't you think like the guy that was the drummer was like, would these two just stop already? Why is it so hard to just tour the world making millions of dollars? What's so difficult about this?
Yes, Paulie.
I'm looking at the list. Blind Melon had a quick career. Their lead singer died early, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember band to band.
Shannon Hoon.
Oh, Hoon.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, McLovin.
So I listed the top song for each of these bands. I got to take Seaton out of this one because he's been on fire with. But if you can name the band, I'll say the song. You already got most of them. Hey, Jealousy.
Is that Gin Blossoms?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, you got it. Two Princes. Seaton said it last segment.
Blind Melon.
Spin Doctor.
Spin Doctors.
Jealous Again.
That's Black Crows.
Yeah. Oh, you're good at this. Runaway Train. Remember that one?
Runaway Train, Never Going Back. Wrong way on a one-way track.
Soul Asylum.
Yeah. Nice. Runaround.
That'd be Blues and the Travelers.
Yeah. Semi-Charmed Life.
Semi-Charmed Life.
Okay, this is another band that everybody hates, but that album, front to back, is fantastic. It really is. Third Eye Blind.
Okay.
I don't remember which album it is, but whatever one has that song on it, it's really, really good.
And I dare Seaton to sing this one 1 week.
It's been 1 week. Wouldn't have to eat craft dinner, but we still would. Of course we would. Oh, my God.
The Bare Naked Ladies, they opened up for Hootie and the Blowfish on their last concert tour. And the lead singer was such a nice guy. He had no idea what I did, but he knew that I knew everybody in Hootie and the Blowfish. And so he said he realized that I was in Sandler movies. He didn't know I was a sportscaster. And so he would just talk to me about being in movies. And I found him to be a very nice guy. And they were a fun band to be around. But
they had an era. They got famous on all these more goofy songs. And then they released an album where they just really wanted to be serious, and they didn't want to be these goofy dudes anymore, and people were not there for it.
They'd be like Cheech and Chong doing Shakespeare.
They'd be singing these serious songs, and it'd be like, play $1 million! Like, oh, gosh, I just want to say something serious.
Smash Mouth did not make this list. Oh, yeah. Come on.
Nor did Sugar Ray, but...
Oh.
Smash Mouth and Sugar Ray, they could tour for the eternity. Together.
Yeah. Who's the lead singer of Sugar Ray?
Mark McGrath.
Mark McGrath.
He's listening right now.
No,
I guarantee it.
You're right.
He might be. Yeah.
You're right. He would listen all the time.
I love how defensive the Smash Mouth guy is, like on Twitter, on social media.
Yeah.
For some reason, they're sort of Nickelback-ish in that people tend to go after Smash Mouth.
Are
quite
they
a bit.
even as good as They're not as good as Nickelback.
I wouldn't think so. But he just like defends everything just to the death. It's
well, what's
hilarious.
there to defend?
He's just like, man, screw you guys. I wrote a bunch of hit songs. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
A bunch is a stretch.
Yeah. Like, how many is a bunch?
That's at least five is a bunch.
Five's a bunch.
Like a bunch of grapes. You got to have 5 grapes.
He had All-Star, right?
Yeah.
Walking on the Sun, that's probably a cover.
Walking on the Sun was another. That's a good poll by you, Paulie.
Probably a cover. I'm a believer is a cover.
That's a cover.
Yeah, Monkeys.
Yeah.
Why can't we be friends? Cover.
He's living off that Shrek money, I guess.
Yes, McLovin.
Mark McGrath, the first time I knew that anyone recognized us, it was like first year of a thing, and he was like, the Danettes. Like we had just gotten on air.
Where did you see him?
It was a Sports Illustrated swimsuit event.
Oh.
And he was thrilled to see us. I'm like, Really? Are you sure you have the right people?
He's a nice guy. I remember being in touch with him when I was at ESPN doing radio, and I think we had him on a couple times. He's a really nice guy. All right, so I don't know if we solved anything with the soft. Why are we rank these soft 90s bands?
Gin Blossoms, just a name. Gin Blossoms.
But Black Crowes aren't soft.
They're an exception. But wasn't he married to Kate Hudson for a while?
Yeah.
That means that's rom-com territory. That's a rom-com.
What happened when these two brothers?
Because I Googled the top bands of the 90s, and all these like hardcore, like Soundgarden, Nirvana, Alice in Chains bands came up. The critics were like, those are the bands of the 90s.
But like early 90s is a lot different than late 90s rock music.
Yeah, but it's like early 70s, late 70s too. Like you go through that time period and you go, how did we get from that in the early 70s to that in the late 70s? Say hello to disco. Yes, McClellan.
Yeah, how'd you go from Led Zeppelin to Leo Sayer?
I didn't. I went kicking and screaming.
Sailing away.
Criss Cross. Yeah, I know. I went kicking and screaming back then. How about, you had brothers who hated each other, Ray and Dave Davies of the Kinks. I think they didn't get along either. It's just something about brothers being on the road, hating each other. All right, Barry in Long Island wants to weigh in on the top. Hi, Barry. What do you have for me today?
Good morning, fellas. 5'9", 190.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a 90s band for you.
Okay.
Fastball. The Way.
How many hits did Fastball have?
One? That's the one.
They just had one. Sean in Indiana. Hey, Sean, what do you have?
Hey, Dan. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'll be quick. You're missing two bands.
Okay.
Train
Ooh.
and Matchbox 20.
Oh, very good. Thank you, Sean.
Wouldn't say I'm missing them.
Matchbox 20, they were big. That was a pretty good run there for him. It's 3 a.m. I must be lonely.
Nice.
Yes, McClellan.
Train will play anything. They're actually in back. They're doing an hour 2 set.
They've already written a song about this, just loaded with timely cultural references.
Doing Tybo.
She's run a tough mutter and she's done it.
Is that Drops of Jupiter? Pat Monahan?
Yeah, that's him.
How about we just regroup? We leave this hour behind and we just move forward.
We're talking the early aughts soft rock.
We're talking football. We're talking manly stuff coming up next hour. Reggie Miller also join us from the bubble. 1 hour in the books, I think. 2 more to go. Dan Patrick Show.